Welcome back, guys. Here's a WD101 by Jacob on Hearthstone.
What's up guys, this is Jacob here. My Steam name is usually TOP, and this is my 101 for Hearthstone, an online multiplayer card game. The objective behind the game is simple, but fun. You want to destroy your opponent's health using your cards before they destroy yours. However, this can be a lot more difficult than it sounds. Hearthstone requires a lot of thinking, as a lot of strategy games do. In order to defeat your opponent and win the game, you'll have to use various methods. Mana crystals are your bread and butter when it comes to laying down cards. Depending on whether or not you play first, you will be given a card that allows you an extra full mana crystal for one turn. This card is only given to the person going second, as being second can put you at a slight disadvantage. Before the game starts, you are shown what cards will be in your hand. You are allowed to send any number of them back into your deck and draw more. This is to help if you get really unlucky, or maybe you just want to risk one card and hope for a specific rare card. When attacking another card, be aware you will take damage based on your opponent's attack. A little tip, you should pay attention to your card's health as well as its damage. You will be given a warning when the timer starts ticking low, however the timer can take quite a long time, so don't stress too much about that. You'll be given a mana crystal every time your turn starts. You can use them however you like, whether that's, overpowering your opponents with low mana costing cards, or biding your time and summoning a really strong card. However, some tactics can have their drawbacks. Biding your time and waiting can be very bad. If someone has been using a tactic to overwhelm you, when you finally place that strong card, it won't matter because it will easily be defeated by 5 or 6 smaller ones, or even a few spell cards. Hearthstone is different to a lot of other online card games. It's not just a normal trading card game like all the other famous ones. While there are perks to trading card games, there are also big downfalls. For example, what happens if you want a specific card and you don't have one? In Hearthstone, it's not really an issue. What if you only get common cards that nobody wants? In Hearthstone, you can just break them down and buy new cards with them. Your cards will never become useless or of no value. Hearthstone eliminates the value struggle between cards. Now that you know why Hearthstone is different and you want to play, you'll first need to select your class. Your class selection will not matter too greatly. It's really personal preference and should not limit you in terms of power. My personal favourite is the Warlock, which is why you'll be seeing tons of Warlock gameplay. The idea behind this class is to destroy your own health to gain an advantage on your opponent. Whoa, sounds weird, right? Every class in Hearthstone has a special weapon or power, and this power or weapon can be used, usually for a price. This gives you a massive strategic advantage. The special power for a Warlock is to inflict 2 damage onto yourself in exchange for an extra card. Think of what you could do with that. This allows you to overpower your opponent at the cost of your own life. Some other special powers for classes are damaging your opponent by 1 or 2 points for the cost of mana. Some cost nothing and give you a very weak card that can easily change the outcome of the game. In Hearthstone, you're able to customize your decks. You'll be able to have up to 10 customized decks at a time. They can be reset or changed whenever you're not currently playing. You can obtain new cards a few ways. You can also obtain gold coins, which is the currency by doing daily quests, which are constantly updated and changed, or just winning a certain amount of times, or completing secret achievements. A little tip for you guys. If you beat all of the AI on expert mode, you'll be rewarded an achievement that gives you 100 gold. The first way to get some more cards in your deck is to just save up 100 gold and then purchase a pack of cards that'll give you 5 cards. You're promised at least 1 special or rare card, so don't worry too much about it. The second method is by disenchanting your cards in order to get something that we call arcane dust. With this arcane dust, you are able to create different cards that you want, but this method can take a long time and it may not be worth it. Different cards cost and give different amounts of arcane dust, so use it wisely. For newer players in Hearthstone, the game is very welcoming. Not only is the community packed with nice people, but the game itself has features specifically for casual or new players. One of these features is deck suggestion. This will suggest 3 cards for you to pick if you don't know how to assemble your deck. This feature is amazing for new players and can really help you get started. It helps you figure out the basics of what should be in a deck, like certain amount of mana costing cards, But the only drawback of this is it does limit certain strategies, so I don't recommend using it all the time. At the beginning, it is great, but it will never suggest a strange or wacky strategy to you, so experiment a little. While on the topic of new players, you should definitely be sticking to 1 or 2 classes at the beginning. It is much easier to learn that way, and it allows you to learn faster and better at something you enjoy. If you try to learn every single class at the same time, you may not enjoy it as much, or you might fail. There is a feature that makes Hearthstone quite unique. It is called the Arena. It costs gold coins to enter the arena. It makes you create a deck using the suggestion system. However, the cards are not yours and are usually a lot more powerful and rare. You'll be put against other people using the arena, and you'll have to battle them. Depending on how many games you win out of a set limit, you will be given rewards. No matter what though, you will always earn something, even if you lose every single game. However, the more you win, obviously, the bigger and better your reward will be. This is a fast and fun way to earn packs of decks and gold coins if you are skilled at the game. This feature should be avoided by new players at first, unless you feel really confident in your own understanding of the game. If that's the case, I tip my hat to you.
Next week on Worldwide Gaming.